Hey guys, today we're gonna see how to make ganglines, which is the main line in front of your sled, where you will connect the tagline with the harness and the neckline to the collar. So to make the gangline, you will need iron rope, which is good and strong. For example, if you have dog who shoe the line. Then you will need scissor or knife to cut the rope. You need a measurement tool, and then you need a splicing tool to work on the rope. So typically today we're gonna make 6 feet gangline, and for a 6 feet gangline we'll take 8.5 feet of iron rope. Typically, whatever the size you want for your gangline, just put 2.5 feet more of rope, so you can make a loop big enough to connect the gangline together and to put the tagline on the loop too. So we have here our 8.5 feet of rope. So typically we're gonna start with the first loop. So you want to bend the rope after just a bit more than 1 foot here. So you're gonna bend the rope, and then let's say that we want a loop more or less 7 inch for the loop. So that's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are more or less here. So now what you're gonna do, you have the small part of the rope and the long part here. You're gonna break the long part after 7 inch and put your tool through the rope, completely through. So then what you want is to put the small part inside the long part, okay? So you put the small part in the tool and you go through. You still have your bent part here. So here we go. Just let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's not so bad. So we have our loop here. And now what we want to do is to put the long part inside the small part. So we are more or less here for our loop. So let's break the rope, put the tool inside, and then we take the long part, we put it inside the tool, and we go through the small part. Yep, all the way. It's so, you just pull, and you've got your first loop. So now what you want is to put this small part inside here. So just go a bit after the intersection, somewhere here, just break the rope, put your tool completely in, as far as you can. Okay. Don't forget to go outside here, and then you will put this one inside. Okay. You push it all the way. Okay, here we go. So that's our first loop. Now what you want to do, you put this loop at the end of your measurement tool, and we want the 6 feet gangline. So 6 feet is here, and you're gonna bend the rope just after 6 feet, let's say 1 inch after 6 feet. You bend your rope there, and you want the same size for the loop, so we say 7 inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are here. That's exactly the same process. You're gonna put the small one in the big one. So you want it here to have the loop. So break the rope. You put your tool inside, as we did just before. Okay, here we go. And now that's the tricky part. So we put the small one in the big one, and now we want the big one inside the small one. Thing is, at the end of the big one you have the loop. So you start like we did just before. Check your brand is here, so you want it here. Break the rope. You go through. And then you want to make the bigger hole as you can here. So you can fit the loop inside to go here. Okay, here we go. Okay, the second loop is done, so same, you want this part here inside the rope. You break the rope, you put your tool inside. This part is kind of tricky, so you really want this part like as group as you can. Typically the iron rope do not burn so well, and if you burn it, that's gonna be like harder here, and then that's gonna be stuck inside. So for the iron rope I never burn it, I just try to do something good here before put it inside. Okay, here we go for the second loop. So now we have the 6 feet gang line. The last thing you want to do is gonna be to put a small loop here to put your to attach your neckline. So the distance from the loop gonna be a bit different, depends of the size of your harness and the size of your tagline. So typically when you have your gang line, the tagline which is tight and the harness tight, you're gonna have your dog somewhere here with the collar and the neck. You want to attach your neckline more or less in front of the collar. So here that means more or less here. I did not prepare a small rope, but typically just take kind of small rope. You take your new gang line, and where you want to put your neckline, you use your fit tool, as we've seen before. Put it inside, put your small rope here, just make a note, and that's gonna make the walk. So just the last thing now to connect the gang line. So that's the previous gang line, here is the new one. So the way to do it, you're gonna take this part, put it inside, and then you take the beginning of your new gang line and you put it in the old one all the way, and here we go.